doing an indie game based on a franchise that you love, a lot of people think of that as like a dead end, like, oh, I'm gonna make this game and then you're just gonna get a cease and desist. But today I think more than any time that's ever existed, it is very possible for you to make a fan game and have it being picked up. Case in point, with Street Fighter Cross Mega Man, Zhong Hui from Singapore actually made the game, and he was he posted some videos on YouTube, and I said, hey, on YouTube, I messaged him on YouTube, I said, hey, do you want any music for it? And he's like, yeah, I'm a musician, but you can submit something if you want. And so I said, cool. So I made the Blanca track, which is the first track that I made, and he said, oh my God, this is great. So then he dropped the other musician, and yeah, I didn't mean for that to happen, but yeah. He said, hey, I'm going to take it to Evo, and I'm going to talk about it with Ono. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he's just going to be happy or whatever. I wasn't aware that he was going to like try to pitch it to him, but he actually did. And then at a wacky turn of events, they said, yeah, let's do it. And all of a sudden, I had made like 2 tracks in like maybe like 6 months, but then they're like, we need the whole game done in like 2 months. I'm like, oh crap. So then I had to finish all the tracks and everything like that, and then it came out for free, and they embraced us, and Capcom was very nice to us, and they were very wonderful. And yeah, the game came out, and people played it, and some people liked it, some people didn't, but overall it was a very great response, especially for a free game. So that was very encouraging. I suggest anybody, if you guys are thinking about developing games, even for franchises that you really love, just do it. There's some people who are in the Sonic modding community that made their own Sonic mods with custom levels and whatnot, and they now they're doing ports for Sega, for official Sega ports for like iOS and whatnot. So anyway, I just think it's a really cool landscape. So yeah, Street Fighter Cross the Mega Man, that's probably my coolest thing that I've done so far. That's a song from it. But right now, in terms of development, I'm working on a new game. I was going to talk about Señor Footsies, but I figured I'd talk about my more complete game, which I have right now, which is called Pixel Noir, which is, it's kind of like a mix between Final Fantasy VI and Earthbound and like Snatcher. So like, it's kind of a weird mixture, but so like, yeah, and the Snatcher influence came from me because I'm just like, I'm a Snatcher freak, but so yeah, this is it right here. Oh yeah, somebody else is in it. Okay, so check it out. So let's see, I'm just gonna hit play over here, and so yeah, so here's some music. I think you should be able to hear it. So yeah, this is Pixel Noir. I'm gonna click right here. And this game is built for mobile, so you can see that it has the mobile controls and everything like that. But this was the first RPG I've ever coded. So here we go. So I made a entire engine for basically the entire game. Just it's all script driven. Like there's no hard code for any of these dialogues. I mean, I'm sure you guys have a lot of experience with that, but I mean, this is the first time I've ever done anything of this scale. So yeah, it has a whole event system for getting items and whatnot. So yeah, so it was a lot of fun because I think 8-bit gets a lot of love in video games, but I don't think the whole 16-bit era just kind of got skipped. Hopefully that'll be the next thing that comes out, but I mean, I'm holding my breath. I mean, people like pixels, so. But yeah, so Pixel Noir, I mean, this is basically the game right here. We're trying to do, I'll pause it for a sec. We're trying to do a game that's, I don't think there's a lot of games that are just like strict detective games with like crazy sci-fi elements available for iOS. I mean, it's a lot of like, pay to win games and puzzle games and whatnot. So we're trying to fit this niche of RPG, just like cool mystery, because I feel like serious RPG games are like few and far between on iOS. So yeah, so that's Pixel Noir. I want to show you real quick what the editor looks like because it's kind of cute. I'm gonna bring it up right here. Shrink this down. How many? Or do we have any Unity users in here? Kind of. Basically, the event editor the cool thing about Unity is that you can make your own, you can extend any part of the interface to make custom editors for whatever you want. Like you can do sprites, for sounds, like whatever you can think of, you can really easily edit it. So I made a whole event editor so I can control the animations and go through them, and then there's a whole battle system. And yeah, for making things quick and making things very easy for a lot of people get in this pattern where the developer is making the whole game and the other people are just kind of watching and going, is there anything I can help you with? And the developer's like, no, I gotta code this thing. I mean, we've all been there. But what making a good editor does for you is it frees up your ability to work on like harder parts of code while other people are making the game. So for instance, I made the base event editor. I said to my intern, look at how I did this event. Now look at this script right here that the writer gave us and just fill it out. And so he was able to like go in there in the editor and like put the dialogue in there and put the movement of the characters in there and put the sound effects in there. And it saved me a lot of time, so I thought it was really cool. But I think for all the hate that Unity gets, I feel like it has a really, really bright future because of how easy it is to spread games around. And I think making more games is going to help everyone. You know, not only just because we get more games to play, but it'll make a lot of people who aren't able to make games bring their ideas to fruition, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. So I'm trying to jump on the train before it leaves without me. So that's what my Unity experience is. I have another fighting game that I made called Señor Footsies, which is I made it because I first saw Dive Kick. If you guys have heard of that game, I got real mad because they were calling it. All right, let me soapbox for a sec. They were calling it the one true fighting game, and in fighting games, I hate dive kicks. They're my least favorite moves. And then they made a whole game based on them, and I got real pissed. So I made it. So right before, I'm just going to give you a quick glimpse real quick. So Señor Footsies is it's a Mexican, I shouldn't say Mexican. Yeah, it's a Mexican fighting game. So check this out. So here we go. So it's got sound. It's pretty funny. So when you press spacebar, so there's the dudes in sombreros, and I'm gonna put the mic down for a sec. But it's a 2-button fighting game. So you press the button to move forward, you let go of it, he moves backward, and that's all it is. And then if you're moving backward and you press kick, you do a little kick. But if you're moving forward, you do a hard kick. And that's kind of like you want to fake out, try to do that. Use the other character, and when you hit them, one hit. So, and there's a couple of systems I'm not going to show because we don't have time, but yeah, it's kind of cute. So this is the game. It's actually, what I like about this game is it's very accessible because the controls are really easy, so you can get like all your friends, and there's that stereotype that girls can't play games, which I don't really buy, but everyone can play this game regardless of sex, age, or whatever. So anyway, that's Señor Footsies right there. So that's coming to iOS. I'm going to bring it out pretty soon. So that's it, and thank you for listening to my stuff.